So today's topic is corporate social responsibility as a sustainable marketing tool. Under that, review CSR as a sustainable marketing tool, examine the scope and complexity of CSR in a turbulent business environment, identify CSR models which can be applied in different business scenarios, recognize CSR as a communication tool in achieving business objectives, illustrate the impact of stakeholders as influencing agents to CSR issue locally and globally, analyze the impact of CSR implications on corporate culture, appraise the role of CSR in branding and explain how it can be source of competitive advantage, greenwashing, FTC green marketing guidelines certification. Before that, මට කීප දෙනෙක් කෝල් කරලා ඇහුවා මේ ඔයගලන්ට දීපු assignment වල corporate මේ CSR policy එක හොයාගන්න අමාරුයි කියලා. අපි මම පොඩ්ඩක් අද උදේ බැලුවා. පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න මම share කරන්න. හරි. මේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එකෙන් ස්ක්‍රීන් එකට මාරු වෙනකොට පේන්නේ නැත්තම් කියන්න. උදිත් මට බලලා කියන්න හරියට. ඔන්න CSR කියලා කියන්නේ ඔන්න corporate social responsibility කියලා කියන්නේ sustainability, market, ethics, sincerity. ඊට පස්සේ resources, goals, long term, responsibility, sustainability ඔය ටික එකතුවක් තමයි මේ CSR කියලා කියන්නේ. ඉතින් corporate social responsibility කියන්නේ ඒකයි. දැන් අපි බැලුවොත් එහෙම සම්පත් බැංක් එකේ මේක පේනවද උදේ? මේ ටික පේනවද?
ඔව් සර් පේනවා.
දැන් CSR policy of සම්පත් බැංක්. ඔන්නෝම Google කරලා බලන්න. එතකොට මොකක්ද ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ? With proven expertise and professionalism in banking and finance, the bank mainly focuses its CSR efforts toward economic development growth of the individual and society at large. The bank CSR initiative is මාත්මේ වචනේ දන්නේ නැහැ මොකද්ද tri-party මොකක් හරි tri-party in nature and it's facilitated through the contribution by the bank, team Sampath and the community. ඔන්න ඔහම තමයි මේ Google කරලා හොයාගන්න. දැන් අපි බැලුවොත් එහෙම දෙවෙනි එක මෙතන බැලුවොත් එහෙම CSR එක බැලුවොත් එහෙම Harris ලගේ continuing to strengthen the farmer cooperative societies in its loyal network, deep product TLC and distribute rubber plant ඔන්නෝම තමයි ඔක තියෙන්නේ. දැන් මේක ක්ලික් කරලා බලුවට පස්සේ මේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ CSR එක මොකක්ද කියලා බලන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් annual report එකෙම බේස් වෙන්න එපා. ඔය තියෙන්නේ මේ හේලිස් ලගේ. ගන්න එහෙම බලන්න. ඊට පස්සේ අපි බැලුවොත් එහෙම තව කම්පැනියක්. හරි. මේ ඇවිල්ලා CSR නවලෝක. ඒ වගේම බලන්න පුළුවන් ජෝන් කීල්ස් ලගේ. ඉතින් මම ඔක්කොම කියවන්නේ නැද්ද ජෝන් කීල්ස් who believe in demonstrating the commitment to all stakeholders including the communities and environment which our business operates කියලා ඔහම තියෙනවා. ඔක තමයි මේ corporate social responsibility කියලා කියන්නේ. හැම ආයතනයකම. මුලින්ම අපි අපේ topics ටික cover කරලා ඉමු. ලෙක්චර් එක හරියට ඇහෙන්නේ නැත්නම් කියන්නේ මේ පන්සලේ පිරිත් දාලා තියෙනවා මේ දවස් දෙකක් තිස්සේ ඉඳා ගන්නත් නෑ හරිම කරදරයක් ඇත්තටම. හරි. Review CSR as a sustainable marketing tool. මොකක්ද ඒක කියලා තියෙන්නේ? Customers attraction, customers trust. දැන් මේක මේ අනිත් පැත්තට යන්නේ මේ දකුණේ ඉඳලා වමට යන්නේ. අපි මේ පැත්තේ එහෙම බලමුකෝ. build strategic relationships with customers and other stakeholders, provide products and services that are not harmful to health and the environment with reasonable prices, integrate social and environmental activities in the marketing strategy, focus on social and environmental concerns when doing promotional campaigns, provide charitable donations and publish social and environmental initiatives on social networking sites. දැන් මේ ටික එකතු වුණාට පස්සේ මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ? CSR as a tool of marketing වෙනවා. ඒක ඇවිල්ලා independent variable. ඒතකොට dependent variable එක මොකද්ද? Sustainable customer relationship. ඊට පස්සේ මේ දෙකම කියලා කියන්නේ personal data variables, age, education level and experience. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙනවනේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ dissertation එකේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ කතා වෙනවනේ independent variable, dependent variables ගැන. හරි. එතකොට අන්තිමට මොකක්ද end result එක? Customers attraction, customers trust, customers commitment, customers satisfaction, customers retention, customers loyalty. ඔය ටිකනේ වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. customers loyalty. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නේ නැති ආපිකෝ කාගේ ස්කිල්ස් ගියාම මේගොල්ලන්ගේ loyalty card එකක් දෙනවා. එතකොට අන්තිමට බිල් එක පංච් කරද්දී අහනවා කාඩ් එක ගෙනවද කියලා. කාඩ් එක ගෙනාවේ නැහැ. මම නම් කවදාකවත් කාඩ් එක ගෙනියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒතර මම කියනවා මොබයිල් නම්බර් එක දුන්නාම ඒකෙන් සර්ච් කරලා පොයින්ට්ස් ටික ඇඩ් කරනවා. ඉතින් රිඩීම් කරද්දී මේ රිඩීම් කරන්නත් පුළුවන් මේ විදිහටම. මම කැමති ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ මේ ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ අත්දැකීම් මාත් එක්ක ෂෙයා කරනවා නම් CSR ගැන. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ දැන් මේ වෙනකොට හොයලා තිනවනේ. පොඩ්ඩක් එක එක කෙනා පොඩ්ඩක් විස්තර ටික කියන්නකෝ බලන්න. මොකද දැන් අපි ලබන සුමානේ ඉවරයි මේ සති 15වත් හරි ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ සිලබස් එකත් මම කවර් කරලා තියෙන කිසිම අඩුපාඩුවක් නැතුව. එක එක කෙනා තමන්ගේ මේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් කට්ටිය දැන් හොයාගත්ත දේවල් වල CSR ඔයගොල්ලෝ හොයාගත්ත කම්පැනි වල CSR policies ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් මාත් එක්ක කතා කරලා නම්. හරි පටන් ගන්න එක්කනේ. අන්මියුට් කරලා. කාලෙකින් කාගේ කටහඬවල ඇහුවෙත් නැහැ නේ හැමදාම මේ උදිත් විතරයි මාත් එක්ක කතා කරන්නේ. මොනවද ඔයගොල්ලෝ හොයාගත්ත corporate social responsibility ඒ කියන්නේ CSR policies companies වල ලංකාවේ? අමන්දා can you explain please? Samidu, Raveen? උදිත් එතකන් කියන්න බලන්න ඔයා හොයාගත්ත මේ CSR Amasha, can you tell? මොකක්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් ඔය මේ අසයින්මන්ට් එක කරන එකේ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ මොකක්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ තේරුම් ගත්තේ? මගේ ප්‍රශ්න මම සරල කරන්න. මොකක්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ තේරුම් ගත්තේ corporate social responsibility කියලා ඔය CSR කියලා level ල කම්පැනි මොනවද කරන්නේ? What do you understand by that? What do you mean by CSR? Anyone please give me a reply.
සොසයිටි එකට යම් කිසි වැදගත් දෙයක් කරන්න.
ඒ කියන්නේ profit එකෙන් මොන හරි percentage එකක් මේ share කරනවා කියන එකනේ කරන්නේ. එහෙම නේද? ඒකද කරන්නේ. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ profit එකෙන් හරි එහෙම නැත්නම් turnover එකෙන් හරි යම් කිසි percentage එකක් මේ සමාජ වෙනුවෙන් කරනවා කියන එකද ඕගොල්ලෝ තේරුම් ගත්තේ. උදිත් කියපු දේ හරි. අනිත් අය මොකද කියන්නේ ඒ ගැන? profit maximize කරනවා වගේම ඒගොල්ලෝ යම් කිසි දෙයක් society එකට කරනවා. එහෙමද? Anyone can give a reply?
ඒක වන් එක ෆැක්ට් එකක් විතරයි නේද?
ඔව් ඔයා කොහොමද ඒක දකින්නේ කියලා මට කියන්න. රවි just explain in English or Sinhala whatever. අවුලන්නේ අපි ඔක්කොම ලංකාවේ කට්ටිය කියන්නකො.
ෆයිනෑන්ෂල් කියන්නේ එක ඇස්පෙක්ට් එකක් නේද?
ඔව් ඔව්.
ඊට අමතරව අර ඒගොල්ලෝ අර මේ රීසයිකල් ප්‍රොඩක්ට් ප්‍රොඩියුස් කරනවා, එන්වයරන්මන්ටල් ඔමිෂන් එක අඩු කරනවා, ඒවත් අයිති වෙනවා.
කාබන් ෆුට්ප්‍රින්ට් එක.
ඔව්.
දැන් කොහොම කළත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට 20 වෙනිදා 27 ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන්ස් වලට ගෲප් ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන්ස් වලට යුනිවර්සිටි එකට ඇවිල්ලා ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් කරන්න ඕනේ මම මේ. අනුෂ්කා මැඩම්ට දැන් ඊමේල් එකක් දාන්න ඕනේ ළමද දැන් අද 3 වෙනිදානේ මේ මට හෝල් එක රිසර්ව් කරලා දෙන්න කියලා. ඒක ඔයගොල්ලෝ නැත් වෙලා ඉන්න ඕනේ ඒක. ගෲප් අයිතන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ 20ක් වගේනේ ඉන්නේ මේ. එතකොට ගෲප් 104ක් වගේනේ තියෙන්නේ. හරි අපි ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එක ඉස්සරහට යමු. Review CSR as a sustainable marketing tool. මොකක්ද ඒකේ තේරුම? කාගේද මයික් එකක් ඔන්න වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? හරි. Social responsibility in marketing involves focusing efforts on attracting customers who want to make a positive difference with their purchases. Many companies have adopted social responsibility element in the marketing strategy as a mean to help a community via beneficial services and products. මේක තමයි මේ definition එක විදිහට මට හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් උනේ. ඊට පස්සේ examine the scope of complexity of CSR in a turbulent business environment. Strategy can be described as a plan of action that is designed to achieve a particular goal. Thus, strategy is concerned with the setting and achieving of objectives, and the process also involves the allocation of resources, which requires some consistency of cohesiveness of action and decisions. මේ ළමයි ගොඩක් මේ ඩෙෆිනිෂන්ස් පැත්ත මේකේ තියෙන්නේ. ඒක නිසා තමයි මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට හොඳ අසයින්මන්ට් එකක් දුන්නේ මේ අවබෝධ කරගන්න කියලා ඉවරලා. රයිට්. දැන් මේක ගත්තොතින් එහෙම බලන්න broadening depending. sorry deepening. ඊට පස්සේ අනිත් පැත්තට තියෙනවා application specific එහෙම නැත්නම් general purpose කියලා. මොකක්ද ඒකේ තියෙන්නේ new applications know how. Honda building capabilities in the light jet design, Google building capabilities into auto design. It was a new domain in know-how කියන එකේ Honda research is nanoscience. Google's investment in biology and genomics. ඊට පස්සේ forfeited application know-how. Honda investment in vehicle design, simulation method, Google R&D and research and development on internet search. Google is සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මොනවාද search engines වල ඉස්සරහම තියෙන. ඊට පස්සේ forfeited domain know-how. Honda training workers on quality improvement methods. Google's research on advanced computer science. ඔක තමයි මේ මම හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් උනේ. Right. What is the scope of corporate social responsibility CSR? According to the World Business Council for Sustainable Development, CSR is a continuing commitment by business to behave ethically and contribute towards economic development while improving the quality of life of the workforce and their families, as well as of the local community and society at large. According to the World Business Council for Sustainable Development, CSR is the continuing commitment by business to behave ethically and contribute towards economic development while improving the quality of life of the workforce and their families as well as of the local community and society at large. ඒක තමයි මේ what is the scope of corporate social responsibility කියන එකේ තේරුම. Identify CSR models which can be applied in different business scenarios. දැන් මේ මිල්ටන් ෆ්‍රයිඩ්මන් කියන එක්කෙනා තමයි මේක මේ ඩිෆයින් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. එයා කියනවා statement that management is to make as such money as possible within the limits of the law and ethical customs embrace three components of CSR pyramid: economic, legal and ethical කියලා ඉවරලා. මේක තමයි ආ එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්නේ. economic, legal and ethical. ඔය තියෙන pyramid එකක් තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ intersecting circles තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ contracting concentric circles. economic, legal, ethical. ඊට පස්සේ ඔය තියෙන්නේ මේවා ළමයි ගොඩාක් මේ න්‍යායාත්මක දේවල්. මොකද මේ සිලබස් එකේ කෝස් කන්ටෙන්ට් එක හදලා තියෙන කවුරු හරි ජාවදනපුර හරි කොහේ හරි ප්‍රොෆෙසර් කෙනෙක් ඉතින් මම කරන්න ඕනේ ලෙක්චර් එක විදිහට මේ තියෙන දේවල් හොයන්න ඕනේ නේ. මට සෑහෙන කාලයක් ගත වුණා මේ ටික හොයලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ප්‍රසන්ට් කරන්න. right. Recognize CSR as a communication tool in achieving business objectives. ඒතර ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහනවා what are the tools of communication කියලා. Demonstrating CSR activities in corporate website, stakeholder engagement via social media channels, electronic surveys, එහෙම නැත්නම් focus groups. ඔය තමයි මේ recognize the CSR as a communication tool in achieving business objectives කියන එක යටතේ තියෙන්නේ. CSR communication through social media channels. මොකක්ද ඒක කියන්නේ? Engage with stakeholders in real time. Join the conversation by providing relevant content. Listen to the various stakeholders groups opinion. Next one, how to show CSR to stakeholders. Live and breathe your purpose. Environmental, social and governance issues must be woven into the fabric of a business. Be transparent, understand public interest, involve others and tell stories, remain committed. Right. Illustrate the impact of stakeholders as influencing agents to CSR issues locally and globally. Engaging stakeholders consistently and from the beginning enable companies to design a program that helps to identify appropriate standards and approaches to CSR management. Recognize that some stakeholders are extremely knowledgeable and may even be involved in the development of these standards and codes. Next one, who are the stakeholders and explain how they can influence corporate social responsibility CSR. Corporate social responsibility include the responsible business organization with respect to stakeholders, shareholders and stakeholders කියලා කියන්නේ කවුද කියලා බැලුවොත් stakeholders, employees, customers and suppliers. ඔය කොටස් හතරෙන් හැදෙන්නේ. shareholders ලා ඉන්නවා අයිතිකාරයෝ. ඊට පස්සේ සේවකයෝ. ඊට පස්සේ customers ලා, පාරිභෝගිකයෝ සහ suppliers ලා. company එක කියලා කියන්නේ ඔය හතර. අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම මේ අපි campus එක ගත්තොත් එහෙම මේ ඒත් ඒ විදිහමනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ කියන්නේ shareholders ලා කට්ටියක් shareholders ලා ඉන්නවා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි lecturers ලා අපි employees ලා. ඊට පස්සේ customers ලා වෙන්නේ අවිල්ලා මේ ඕගොල්ලෝ. ඊට පස්සේ අපිත් තියෙනවා suppliers ලා. ඔය විදිහට තමයි කොටස් හතරෙන් හැදෙන්නේ. ඒක ඕනම business එකකට apply කරලා බලන්න. ඕගොල්ලෝ තමයි අපේ customers ලා, ශිෂ්‍යයෝ. The business relationship with the state, local and national institutions and standard. The business is a responsible member of society in which it operates. තේරෙන දෙයක් තියෙනවා ළමයි අහන්න දැන්. අපි සති 15 ලබන සුමාන වෙනකොට මම ඔයගලන්ට පෙන්නන්නම් කැලෙන්ඩර් එක මේ කව කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Analyze the impact of CSR implementation on corporate culture. When a company takes responsibility for its action as an organization, the employees will most likely follow suit. Follow suit කියලා කියන්නේ දැන් අවිල්ලා මේ අනුගමනය කරනවා කියන එක. දැන් තාත්තා මොන හරි දෙයක් ගෙදර ඔගොල්ලෝ බිහේව් වෙන විදිහක් තියෙනවා අම්මා තාත්තා ඒක ළමයි ඒක මේ ඒක අනුගමනය කරනවනේ ඒක ෆලෝ කරනවනේ කියලා තමයි ෆලෝ සූට් කියලා කියන්නේ. Google කරලා බලන්න මොකද්ද ෆලෝ සූට් කියලා කියන්නේ. Employees are 16% more productive and morale is 55% higher at a company that prioritize CSR according to the University of Wisconsin Sustainable Management website. මේ යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ කළා තියෙන රිසර්ච් එකෙන් පේනවා employees are 16% 16ක් more productive කියලා ඉවරලා and the morale is 55% higher at a company that prioritize CSR. කියන්නේ corporate social responsibility එක prioritize කරන තරම විදිහට employees ලාගේ side employees ලා 16ක් ඉස්සරහින් ඉන්නවා කියලා තමයි කියන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ appraise the role of CSR in branding and explain how it can be source of competitive advantage. Knowing more commonly as CSR, corporate responsibilities refer to the steps your business takes to adhere the legal and ethical standard of your community. This might include supporting local, national or global cause, taking part in corporate philanthropy. මම දන්නේ මේ වචනේ මොකක්ද කියලා. or beginning මේ වචනේ මම දන්නේ නැහැ. altruistic initiative of your own. දැන් මේ තියෙන්නේ මේ එක දැන් මේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ මේ කම්පැනිස් වල කොහොමද corporate social responsibility එක ඒගොල්ලෝ පෙන්නන මාක්ස් කොහොමද කියලා. මේ බලන්න Nestle එකේ දැන් ඔය පෙන්නන්නේ. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පේනවා ඇති මෙතන මේ හරි. පොඩ්ඩයි. මචං ලෙක්චර් එකේ ඉන්නේ. ලෙක්චර් එකේ ඉන්නේ දමින්. හදිසියද? දැන් බලන්න මේ Nestle එකේ ඒගොල්ලෝ පෙන්නන විදිය. CSR සංකේතාත්මකව මේගොල්ලෝ පෙන්නන විදිය. මේ තියෙන green background එකක් එක පෙන්නනවා. හරි අපි ඊළඟ එකට යමු. green washing මෙන්න මේක නම් ළමයි අලුත් චුට්ටක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලන්න. මම මේකෙන් නම් ප්‍රශ්න හදලා නැහැ. green washing FTC green marketing guideline certification. Green washing is the process of conveying a false impression or providing misleading information about how a company's products are more environmentally sound. Greenwashing is considered an unsustained claim to deceive consumer into behaving that a company's products are environmental friendly. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි මේ මොනවාද? customers ට බොරු කියන එක. බොරු කියලා ඉවරලා ඒගොල්ලෝ මේ මොනවාද? false again කියලා තියෙන conveying a false impression of providing misleading information about how a company's products are more environmentally sound. Greenwashing is considered as an unsustained claim to deceive consumers into behaving that a company's products are environmental friendly. ඒකට තමයි මේ green washing කියලා කියන්නේ. ඒක සම්පූර්ණ වැරදි දෙයක්. ඊළඟට බලමු environmental friendly product FTC green guideline. මේ ළමයි මේ විෂය මම කියන්නේ ලංකාවට හරිය අලුත් කියලා ඉවරලා. the ISO manual එක විතරයිනේ අපිට තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට the Federal Trade Commission's green guide as designed to help marketers avoid making environmental claims that mislead consumers. The green guide were first issued on 1992 and were revised in 1996, 1998 and 2012. 2013 වෙනකම මේගොල්ලෝ මේක රිවයිස් කරලා තියෙනවා. මුලින් පටන් ගන්න තියෙන්නේ 1992. What are FTC guidelines? Under the law, claims and advertisements must be truthful. Claims in advertisement must be truthful. Cannot be disputative or unfair and must be evidence based. For some specialized product or services, additionally rules may apply. ඒක තමයි එතන කියලා තියෙන්නේ. කතා FCC guidelines කියන එක. ඔච්චර තමයි මේකේ තියරි පැත්ත කවා කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න බලන්න අපි තව මොනවද මේක ඩිස්කස් කරන්න තියෙන්නේ කියලා ඉවරලා. ඔයාලට මොනවද ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. මේ තියෙන්නේ how corporate social responsibility improves company culture. මේක 2019 ලියවිච්ච මේ ආටිකල් එකක්. ඔයාලට පේනවා ඇති. Today employees are choosing where they want to work based on the company's social responsibility and reputation. මේ source එක කරන් තියෙන්නේ FAAC international කියන එකේ. මම දන්නේ නැහැ ලංකාවේ නම් ළමයි මේ වෙනවද කියලා. පිට රටවල් වල නම් රසාවල් වලට යන්න ගියාම මිනිස්සු මේ බලනවා මේ මොකක්ද මේ ඒ කම්පැනි CSR පොලිසි එක බලලා තමයි රසාවලට යන්නේ. ඒ තමයි දියුණු රටවල් වල. මම හිතන්නේ ලංකාව වගේ රටවල් වල තින් මම දන්නේ නැහැ කොයි තත්ත්වෙන් තියෙනවද කියලා. when a company embraces a robust corporate social responsibility program, it's not only improves surrounding communities but also benefits the organization's own employee. මේක මේ දිගටම කියලා තියෙන්නේ ඒ සම්බන්ධව. මේක ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ සාමාන්‍ය දැනුමට එකතු කරගන්න. ඒ ඇරෙන්න මේකේ වෙන දෙයක් තියෙනවා කියලා මම හිතන්නේ නැහැ. විනාඩියක් ඉන්න.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Business School 101. In 2019,
විනාඩි 8ක පොඩි වීඩියෝ එකක් තියෙනවා අපි චුට්ටක් ඒක බලමු. මේ ටොපික් එකටම සම්බන්ධ.
Welcome to Business School 101. In 2019, the U.S. Business Roundtable redefined the purpose of corporations away from maximizing shareholder value to promoting an economy that serves all stakeholders, which include customers, employees, suppliers, communities, and shareholders. This change signalized corporate social responsibility and sustainability are no longer just progressive perspectives on how to run a business, but are central and powerful business tenets. So what exactly are the corporate social responsibility and sustainability? Why are more and more firms, including both big and small ones, starting to practice social responsibility and sustainability? In this video, I will discuss these questions with you. Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, is a self-regulating business model that helps the company be socially accountable to itself, its stakeholders, and the public. By practicing corporate social responsibility, companies can be conscious of the kind of impact they are having on all aspects of society. Generally, there are 4 major benefits from firms to practice corporate social responsibility. Number 1. Increased employee satisfaction. The way a company treats its community says a lot about how a company treats its employees. People that feel respected and supported in their jobs are often more productive and satisfied at work. Giving your employees opportunities to volunteer, especially during working hours, creates a sense of community within your organization, as well as a connection to the surrounding community. Employees will gain motivation and pride in their work through these personal development opportunities. Number 2. Improve public image. In today's digital era, companies that demonstrate corporate social responsibility are gaining exposure from their involvements. Firms' brand reputation can benefit from good deeds in their community. Number 3. Increase customer loyalty. A recent business study showed that more than 50% of consumers said a brand being known for its social value was one of their top purchasing drivers. Customers are more likely to be loyal to brands if corporate values align with their personal ones. What's more, millennials are driving the market these days. According to Forbes News, millennials prefer to do businesses with corporations and brands with pro-social messages, sustainable manufacturing methods, and ethical business standards. Number 4. Increase creativity. CSR initiatives encourage employees to think outside of the box, try new things, and increase innovation. Through this social involvement, employees will feel empowered to start contributing to the bigger picture. They might come up with new ideas about products or internal processes, or innovate new problem-solving solutions. Besides CSR, the concept of sustainability also gets increasingly popular in the global business world. It is widely considered as one of the most important components of firms' social responsibilities. By definition, sustainability refers to meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. It is composed of 3 major pillars: economic sustainability, environmental sustainability, and social sustainability. First, economic sustainability. Economic sustainability requires that a business or country uses its resources efficiently and responsibly so that it can operate in a sustainable manner to consistently produce an operational profit. Without an operational profit, a business cannot sustain its activities. Without acting responsibly and using its resources efficiently, a company will not be able to sustain its activities in the long term. Second, environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainability means that we are living within the means of our natural resources. To live in true environmental sustainability, we need to ensure that we are consuming our natural resources, such as materials, energy, fuels, land, and water, at a sustainable rate. Some resources are more abundant than others, and therefore we need to consider material scarcity, the damage to environment from extraction of those materials, and if the resource can be kept within circular economy principles. Third, social sustainability. Social sustainability is the ability of society to persistently achieve a good social well-being. Achieving social sustainability ensures that the social well-being of a country, an organization, or a community can be maintained in the long term. Besides improving brand image, increasing customer loyalty, employee satisfaction, and innovation, firms that practice sustainability have at least 2 additional benefits. Number 1. Increase in productivity and reducing costs. This is likely the simplest and most obvious way to engage in sustainable practices. Through development of more sustainable business practices, efficiency in operations will increase. With better use and conservation of resources, operations will be streamlined and the costs will decrease. Number 2. Increase business ability to comply with regulation. With all the discussion regarding climate change, dwindling energy sources, and environmental impact, it's no surprise that state and federal government agencies are enacting regulations to protect the environment. Integrating sustainability into your business will position it to meet changing regulations in a timely manner. Increasingly, more and more companies are making public commitments to sustainability through actions like reducing waste, investing in renewable energy, and supporting organizations that work toward a more sustainable future. Here are a few examples.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. At SAP, we understand that tackling climate change requires the collective effort of dedicated individuals worldwide and businesses willing to focus on sustainable practices. So we are helping our customers.
Example 1. Lego. Lego has invested millions of dollars into addressing climate change and reducing waste. LEGO's environmentally conscious efforts include reduced packaging, using sustainable materials, and investing in alternative energy. Example 2. Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson focuses on reducing its environmental impact by investing in various alternative energy sources. Globally, Johnson & Johnson also works to provide clean, safe water to communities. Example 3. Starbucks. Starbucks has implemented a socially responsible hiring practice to diversify their workforce. Their efforts are focused on hiring more veterans, young people looking to start their careers, and refugees. Example 4. Google. Google has demonstrated its commitment to the environment by investing in renewable energy sources and sustainable offices. Google's CEO is also known to take stands on certain social issues. Example 5. Pfizer. Pfizer's focus on corporate citizenship is reflected in its healthcare initiatives. Some of Pfizer's initiatives include spreading awareness about non-infectious diseases and providing accessible healthcare services to women and children in need. Now, let's do a brief summary. In this video, we introduced the definition of corporate social responsibility and sustainability. We also explained the major benefits for firms to practice CSR and sustainability. Please keep in mind that in today's business world, a commitment to corporate social responsibility and sustainability is no longer optional. Companies need to understand that CSR and sustainability will affect their internal and external growth. By creating and participating in CSR and sustainability initiatives, companies have the opportunity to showcase their core values and create trust among their investors, employees, and customers. So, what do you think of CSR? Can you provide an example of firms' CSR or sustainability efforts? Please leave your thoughts in a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
ඔයගලන්ට අවබෝධයක් ඇති වුණාද මොකද්ද මේ සබ්‍රැක් එක බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකේ සවුන්ඩ් එක?
Why do businesses exist?
මොකද්ද corporate social responsibility කියන එක? දැන් දැක්කම Starbucks ඊට පස්සේ දැන් සමහර metal items ඒගොල්ලෝ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැහැ කියලා ඉවරලා තියෙනවනේ. මේ ඔයගලන්ට පැහැදිලිද ඒක? ළමයි ඇහෙනවද ඔයගලන්ට? කවුරුත් නැද්ද කම්පියුටර් එක?
ඔව් සර් එන.
අනිත් අය නෑ වගේද කම්පියුටර් එක? තව අපි එකක් විතරක් බලමු.
Question. Would you build a website for a major brand with more than 200 million users using Wix?
Oh, we did. Hi, I'm Sivana. I'm an R&D manager here at Wix. Today, I want to show you how we use our own platform, creating some pretty complex functionalities that may surprise you. First, all of our web pages are built on Wix.
Hi folks, Alex here.
Huh?
Most
ස්ක්‍රීන් එක පේනවද ළමයි මට හෙන්නේ?
ඔව් සර් පේනවා. පේනවා සර්.
සද්දෙත් එනවා නේද?
corporations are in the business of making money. But there are many ways in which they can take responsibility for their social and environmental impact, and there is much to gain by doing so. This is often called corporate social responsibility. In this video, we're going to look at what we mean by corporate social responsibility, how good corporate citizens make a lot more profit, and we're going to look at 3 examples: IKEA, Starbucks, Patagonia, and see if we can figure out who's real and who's faking it. Okay, let's get drawing. On this channel, we share tools for you to change the world, so subscribe if you're into that. This is why companies have to take corporate social responsibility seriously. This is a representation of all the major socio-environmental scandals IKEA was involved in worldwide between 1981 and 2006. These were about waste, dangerous chemical use, child labor, poor working conditions in factories, wood procurement, etc. And this is not because IKEA is worse than the others. If anything, it is probably one of the more decent corporate citizens out there. But any major corporation is under a lot of scrutiny. Add to that the fact that 40% of consumers seek purposeful brands and trust in brands to act in the best interests of society. 70% of millennials listed their company's commitment to the community as an influence on their decision to work there. And 50% of millennials said they would take a pay cut to find work that matches their values. CSR matters. Originally, corporate social responsibility was a self-regulated way for businesses to include philanthropic and charitable contributions in their organizational policies. With the emergence of environmental issues such as climate change, toxic substances, plastic pollution, etc., NGOs appeared as well as industry-wide, national and international regulations, and social pressure became greater, forcing corporations to address and report on the way they were running their business. Nowadays, when businesses report on their CSR, it usually includes their business ethics, how much money they donate to charitable organizations, compliance with regulations, norms, standards, and labels, working conditions, how their business affects local communities where they work, the environment, their supply chain, and their carbon footprint. In other words, corporate social responsibility is about capturing opportunities and avoiding risks. According to Bob Wheeler's research, any company that embeds corporate social responsibility within its DNA can increase its profit dramatically, by 51% for small and medium businesses to 81% for a large corporation. Mostly through these 7 benefits. Increased revenue and market share due to better product and more customers, reduced energy and waste expenses, reduce materials expenses from dematerialization and substitution. See my video on circular economy for more details on this. Increase productivity and reduce turnover because people like working for a company that does good in the world. And reduce risks on talent management, brand image, compliance to regulations, customer demand, etc. There is the link in the description below if you want to find out more about that. Essentially, corporate social responsibility is now another word for corporate sustainability, and it is just smart business. Let's look at a couple of examples of what companies do. When searching online for companies who were reputable for their CSR, I ran into Starbucks many times. So let's have a quick look at what they are doing. On the social front, they claim that their coffee is 98.6% ethically sourced, meaning fair trade. There is no mention of organic. That they trained 200,000 farmers and invested in farmer loans and emergency relief funds. Now, Starbucks has to do this because the business of coffee growing is at risk altogether due to farmers worldwide not having the financial means to adapt to climate change and the fluctuating price of coffee. In 2019, before the pandemic, 2.8% of the drinks were served in reusable cups. As an order of magnitude, this left more than 3 billion disposable cups going to the landfill. And the disposable cups are made of 10% post-consumer fiber. I personally don't call that leading in sustainability. In a trash audit performed by Greenpeace in 2019, Starbucks also ranked as the 3rd most polluting company in Canada, where I live. Another name that comes up often in the world of CSR is Patagonia. But in contrast, they acknowledge at the top of their sustainability webpage that everything they make has an impact on the planet. On the environmental side, 64% of their materials are made from recycled fibers. And since 1996, 100% of the cotton they grow for their clothes is grown organically. On the social side, 82% of their line is Fair Trade certified zone, impacting more than 72,000 workers. They're also part of 1% for the Planet, providing support to environmental nonprofit organizations around the world. More importantly, Patagonia produces videos engaging their customers to
buy less, demand more.
As you can see, there can be a big gap between what two well-respected companies do when it comes to corporate social responsibility. Thousands of corporations have taken action to become a better corporate citizen because the risks of not doing it are too great and the benefits of doing it are huge. From Coca-Cola to Nike and even Exxon, they all want you to think that they are environmentally responsible companies. But how do you figure out who is telling the truth? Well, to be honest, you have to educate yourself and use your own judgment to read between the lines of companies' slick marketing. For me, a good rule of thumb is to make sure that I look at both how companies make their profit. For example, what are the direct and indirect environmental impacts of their products and services? My video on the sustainability analysis of an iPhone can help, for example. And how do they treat their people and suppliers in the process? And secondly, how they spend their profit. Do they invest in their people, in sustainable innovation, or are they making their shareholders richer? As fellow YouTuber Our Changing Climate explained in a recent video, the money donated to charities can be misleading and doesn't tend to address the root causes of our sustainability challenges. Finally, tools and frameworks like the ones I presented in previous videos can also be helpful to make up your own mind in a rigorous way. There is also a private certification of social and environmental performance of for-profit companies called B Corp. Companies get the certification by receiving a minimum score on the assessment and by integrating B Corp commitments into their governing documents. This will probably be the topic of another video. The good news is, the companies that genuinely put their business at the service of the people and the planet get the goodwill of the marketplace and end up doing well by doing good. As Interface's late CEO put it,
there is no amount of slick advertising at any cost that we could have done that would have created the goodwill that this effort has created.
If you found this video useful and are wondering how you can help me make more, you can do this on Patreon. In a nutshell, you make a pledge that will apply to each new video I will post in the future, and you get perks like your name in the credits, access to my drawings, a character drawn after you in the next video, etc. It helps me cover the production costs and stay independent. If you can't or don't want to, that's totally fine. You can always subscribe, give this video a like, and share it with your friends and colleagues. Thank you to all the patrons who make these videos possible, and thank you for watching.
මම හිතන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට පැහැදිලි ඇති. දැන් ස්ටාර්බක්ස් ගැන කොහොනේ කැනඩාවේ අහගෙනද හිටියේ? බේස් ස්ටේජ් එක මිනිමයිස් කරන්න මොකද කරන්න කියලා ඉවරද? ඉතින් ඔය රීසයිකලින් ඒ වගේ දේවල් ඊට පස්සේ අනාගත පරම්පරාවට සම්පත ඉතුරු කිරීම ලංකාවේ නෙමෙයි පිටරටවල් වල. ඒ දේවල් තමයි මේ corporate social responsibility එකෙන් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. ඔයගලන්ට මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න මගෙන් දැන්. assignment එක සම්බන්ධව හෝ exam එක සම්බන්ධව ඕන දෙයක් තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. උදිත් මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? උදිත් මගේ අර පණිවිඩ දෙක පොඩ්ඩක් බලලා මට ඒක මේ අදවස කරලා දෙන්න.
හරි සම.
ඔයාලට එක්සෑම් එක ගැන මොනවා ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? ඔක්කොම එදා ඔයගොල්ලෝ අර පේරන්ට්ස් ටීචර් මීටින් එකේ හිටියද හිලරි සර්ගේ? ළමයි උදිත් මොනාරි ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ටීම් එකට මොනාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් මට කතා කරන්න කියන්නේ දැන් කීප දෙනෙක් නම් මට කතා කළා මේ මට නම් වශයෙන් මතක නැහැ මට ගොඩක් කට්ටිය මට කිව්වේ අසයින්මන්ට් එකේ CSR පොලිසි එක හොයාගන්න බැරි කට්ටිය එක තමයි මම අද පෙන්නුවේ මම පැහැදිලි කරලා කිව්වා CSR පොලිසි එක ඇනුවල් රිපෝට් එකේ නැත්තම් Google කරලා බලන්න කියලා ඉවරලා ඒක තමයි මම අද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පෙන්නුවේ ලෙක්චර් එක පටන් ගන්නකොට හරි එමනම් අපි ලබනංගහරුවාද හම්බෙමු ලබනංගහරුවාද ලෙසන් එක කළාම මේ අපේ සිලබස් එක අපි සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම කවර් කරලා තියෙනවා කිසිම අඩුපාඩුවක් නැතුව. ඔයගොල්ලන් කිසිම ලෙක්චර් එකක් මම කිසිම දෙයක් මිස් වෙලා නැහැ. මොකද මම ගාව ඒකට වෙනම රෙකෝඩ් එකක් තියෙනවා. Okay then thank you very much. We'll meet next week.